all week. All week we were here fighting the Battle of Thermopylae, fighting the Alamo, the Battle of Midway. Just here, the Vikings were better than their record. I bet you what your record said you were. No. Yeah, any idiot with two brain cells could tell you that the 0-2 Vikings, talented team, a little bit unlucky. A lot of it self-imposed bad luck, but whatever. And they got off the canvas with a big-time statement win at home, 30-17 over the Seattle Seahawks. Woo! Gotta love it, man. And everything was stacked against the Vikings. Like, the deck was cold, and it was just a complete, oh, no Dalvin Cook. You're missing the best running back in the NFL. Seattle coming in after that horrific home loss against Tennessee. They're going to whip somebody's ass. Nope. No. But, hey, it's okay. It's okay. Everyone who jumped off the ship, everyone who jumped off the train, bandwagon, whatever vehicular analogy you want to use for cheering for the Vikings, don't come back. We don't like you. Da, 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 da. Just kidding. It's good times, man. Like, all the haters and the losers. Oh, we're back. I was with you the whole time. Skull, sure. Oh, rest is 7-0 against the Vikings. The Vikings are never going to win. Shut up. Shut your face. Home opener, first time with fans since 2019. Let's go. Let's go, man. Big time statement win. And also, obviously, Sunday Night Football has not gone down yet, but I think the Niners are going to whip 180-pound Aaron Rodgers' ass, by the way. And then the Lions definitely Detroited that game. And then also the Bears. Maybe Justin Fields is in the future. I don't know. I don't know. But the Vikings won. We got the winners. We got the losers. Let's talk about it, man. First up, winner number one, man of the match, Kirkua Jerome Ezekiel Cousins. That's right. Where we've had to preface several times during the seasons, like, I'm not a Kirk Cousins apologist. I'm not a toady, but it is what it is. Call a spade a spade. Kirk Cousins has been dynamic, and he is easily the best quarterback in the NFC North right now. Changed my mind. It's not even close. Oh, Aaron Rodgers threw 4 touchdowns by dumping off to Aaron Jones. No, shut up. Anyways, Kirk today, 30 of 38, 323, 3 touchdowns, 0 picks, 8.5 yards per attempt, as well as a 128.4 quarterback rating. Vikings offense 9 of 14 on third down. And when Kirk Cousins is protected, and when you are able to get play action going with a good running game, this is what Kirk Cousins is capable of. This is the Kirk Cousins that the Vikings paid for. And if Zimmer can get his precious defense's head out of their own ass, which they did in the second half, by the way, respect, this team is extremely, extremely dangerous, right? They could roll through the regular season, and they would certainly not be an easy out in the playoffs. So this is what this team is capable of right now. Oh, by the way, they mentioned on the broadcast that Zimmer and Cousins have gotten closer because now on Wednesdays they watch film together. It took 4 years for Zimmer and Cousins to watch film together. The hell, man. The hell. But anyways, Kirk Cousins is playing at an MVP level right now. Where the Vikings make a run, win the division, he deserves to be in the MVP conversation. Damn straight. Next up, winner number 2, Alexander Madison. That's right. Alexander the Great, revenge game for week 5 last year when he had 112 yards rushing. Should have been 113. Alexander Madison, he's coming back in a time machine from last year, week 5, Seattle. He's like, avenge me. And he did. 171 total yards in place of Dalvin Cook, 112 on the ground, which matches his total from last year, which is funny. But Madison, man, it's tough being Dalvin Cook's backup because Dalvin gets all the hype, obviously, but you have to be ready because of Dalvin's medical history. But Madison's been sort of unlucky medically himself his first 2 years. He had the appendectomy as well as various injuries, but he's perfect for the outside zone. He runs with pop. He runs with a little bit more power than Dalvin. He's not as explosive as Dalvin, but he is a great understudy. And Madison moving, great on screens. Minnesota Movement Company, back at it, baby. I love it. Plus, they kept the ball away from Russ in the second half. I think Seattle only had about 9 minutes of possession in the second half, which was great. Madison just really stepped up. He got dinged up towards the end, but that's what happens when you touch the ball 35 times. How many touches does he have? Doesn't matter. Anyways, winner number 3, Justin friggin' Jefferson. That's right, baby. We were waiting for this game. This is the game that we wanted. Like, he was eyed. He was fine, but certainly not up to Justin Jefferson standards the first 2 weeks. But 9 catches, a $118, and a touchdown on 11 targets. Stepped up and was that pure alpha. And yeah, Seattle may have given a little bit more attention to Thielen, maybe had to shift some attention to Gronklin, and then Justin Jefferson took cover. Like, they straight up stopped covering him. Like, their corners were playing 10, 12 yards off of him because they were so afraid of him beating them deep, and he's able to just dissect that defense. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. That was a A-plus game for JJ as he ascends the heights to become the best wide receiver in the National Football League. Big test next week. Denzel Ward on the Browns. Whew. Let's go, man. Next up, winner number 4, Tyler Gronklin. That's right. The bust-out game. The pride of Central Michigan. Go Chippewas. 7 catches for 70 yards and a touchdown on 8 targets. Big involvement in the 2-minute drill as well. Jamal Adams is straight trash in coverage. Like, he is the worst. Like, he is truly a defensive end out there playing safety or moonlighting as safety. And we talked about, like, there's a reason why after Irv Smith went down, and even though the Vikings traded for Chris Herndon, it was much more, hey, we're all right. We got Tyler Gronklin. He's going to take over in a contract year, by the way, baby. So, yeah, he is really stepping up, and you love to see it. Next up, winner number 5, Everson Griffin. That's right. Even though he an absolute horse bleep rough in the passer call, like Everson, he just like checked. He just like mini shove Russ at the end of the play, and then Russ went down like he just got shot. Like English Premier League would look at Russ and be like, "Hey, stop flopping." Like LeBron would look at Russ and be like, "Hey, quit flopping. Play the game, man, with integrity." But okay, but the Everson Griffin spin move sack on Dwayne Brown. Woo! It would be one thing if Everson beat a rookie left tackle with that move, but it's Dwayne friggin' Brown, man. He's an all-pro. He's a 5-time Pro Bowler. He is a pros pro who does the work, and he knows that Everson's spin move, it's coming in a high-leverage spot, and he still couldn't stop it. Oh, I love it, man. Missed Everson. More juice in the pass rush than week 2, especially in that second half. They got after Russ's ass. Going to have to bring it next Sunday against Baker and company. And next time, Everson, just hit the deer. Just hit the deer, man. Honorable mention winners. I don't know if you were just watching the telecast, but a fan got on the field. He was wearing a Stephon Diggs jersey, and they got tackled at the 1. It's like not even Vikings fans can score. It's rough. But nice rebound game for Greg Joseph. And I think that Greg was awesome, the way that he handled the situation. Like, you could tell in his interviews during last week that he was really down on himself. He let down the team. But I like how they rallied around him because they could tell, like, Greg Joseph is a really talented kicker. He's made 3 50-plus yard field goals in the first 2 games this season. Just missed a 37-yarder at the end. It's whatever. But then he made from 43 and 34 and 20. But his last field goal was closer than the old extra points, which was hilarious. Just go for it, man. Whatever. But Joseph, glad that he picked himself back up. Eric Kendricks flying around making plays, led the team with 11 tackles. Again, 2 tackles for loss. Even got a sack. Like, Eric Kendricks isn't really in that pass rushing game, but him shadowing the mobile quarterbacks like Kyler, like Russell Wilson, I like to see it. Also, the Vikings offensive line. Kirk had all day. Only had 1 sack. That was on that 3rd down strip sack. That's whatever. But I think it was another great performance by the offensive line. Also, Rashad Hill really stepping up. Ezra Cleveland having himself a day. I love Oli Udoh. By the way, we've talked about this. Watch after every play. If there's any pushing and shoving at the end, Oli Udoh will be in the middle of it, and he will be defending his guys, whether it's Kirk, whether it's the running backs, whether it's another offensive lineman. I love that. I love it. And yes, he's been flagged a couple times. He maybe needs to dial it in a little bit, but I love that aggression. I love that attitude. It's like, hey, if you come after him, you're definitely coming after me, and you're not going to like that, man. I love me some Oli Udoh. Plus, Brian O'Neill obviously earning his money. Love it, man. Also, CJ Ham, consistent in the running game, picked up that first down on 3rd and 1. Plus, he is the catalyst of blocking up that running scheme. Like Dalvin Cook, Alexander Madison, they will credit CJ Ham. He is the guy that makes that thing work, man. Also, Clint Kubiak seems to be hitting a nice groove in his play calling. I thought that Cincinnati was very meh. Arizona was a little bit better. This game was phenomenal. And it helped that the Vikings weren't stuck behind the sticks like they were in Cincinnati. But I think that he is settling down. I think that he is finding a nice flow, a nice groove. And I think that Kirk Cousins' ascendancy along with Clint Kubiak being improving in play calling is no coincidence. Also, punter Jordan Berry. What was that? Pittsburgh's cast-off, man. Sort of shaky to start in Cincinnati. Great game against Arizona. And then down at the 1 at the end of the game. He's been playing mad this week. Coffin corner kick, baby. Plus, Harrison Smith and Nick Vigil, 8 tackles out there, both making plays. Harrison, by the way, should have had an interception on that last one, even though the incompletion on 4th down helps him, obviously helped with field position. But that was an interception, man. It never touched the ground. Yeah, whatever. Anyways, losers. Losers. The defense could not stop anyone in the first half. Like, it looked like it was going to be a long-ass day. 17 points. DK was going off. Chris Carson was ripping off chunk yardage. And then, respect. Zimmer and the 17 co-defensive coordinators, they buckled things down. Cerro, goose egg, D'Angelo Russell points in the second half as well as I think only 81 yards of offense, somewhere in there. But it's still questionable, especially with that Browns offensive line coming in, especially with Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt, the best running back duo in the game. I mean, Pierce, Tomlinson, hello, Bueller, hey, this is what we paid you guys for. You're supposed to clog up the middle and stop the run and make life easier for everyone else. So they got to get their run defense squared away before taking on Cleveland next week. Also, respect. Like we said, putting on the clamps in the second half, they're a completely different team on defense. First half, second half, just like the Arizona game as well. But you can't show up this piss poor in the first half. Like you saw in the Cincinnati game where it was the opposite. It was the offense that was that, well, the defense is bad too. But yeah, if you put yourself so far behind the 8 ball by halftime, you're not going to catch up, no matter how heroic Kirk Cousins is. It's so crazy. Kirk Cousins played this game today, and then he also had 2 potential game-winning drives that he led. This is insane. But anyway, yeah, Brashad Breeland and Patrick Peterson struggled with DK Metcalf in the first half, but again, who doesn't? But Breeland was so far off in coverage on the touchdown with DK. Like, he had 7 yards of cushion, and they were at the 10. Like, Breeland, you afraid of getting beat deep? Also, why wasn't Dan Snyder for Breeland, who was still obviously dinged up? It's whatever. But I don't want to focus on the negative anymore. I mean, there are some other ones. Xavier Woods missed a couple tackles. D.D. Westbrook is a poor punt returner. Who knew? But got to celebrate this one. Got to be pumped about this one. To all the haters and the losers, you didn't know. The Vikings is, that's not correct, a sleeping giant. That's right. The best 1-2 team in NFL history, and they finally put together a game, and then they showed it. They're about to whip Seattle's ass, and they did it. Back at home, Vikings fans loud and proud. Skull champ, bomb. Rattling the TV. It was great. Love to see it, man. And this win is for the fans just as much as for the players and the coaches. That's right. Football's back, baby. 3-game homestand. Take care of it against Cleveland. Take care of it against Detroit. Go to Carolina and upset their apple cart. Let's go, man. Let's just go. It's a good week. Good game. Finally got it together. Your thoughts on our thoughts. Winners and losers from the Seattle Seahawks victory. Wait, no. Vikings victory over the Seahawks. Whatever. You know what I mean. Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support that work? Put a little something in Venmo. But until next time, Skull Production Value.